turn our attention to Parliament, and as you may be aware, the House has risen. We're going to go live now to our colleague Catherine Frimpongwa with live updates from the House of Parliament. Catherine.
To 4th January 2017, and today there were a lot of items on the other paper, but unfortunately most of the items were not discussed because of time. Sitting actually began at about 4:15 p.m. and so some of the things that they were able to do were the laying of some papers, and then there's also an item on the bill that has been of importance, that is the right to information bill, which is currently at the consideration stage, but unfortunately the House could not even touch on that. One key issue that has dominated the discussion this evening has been the agreement between the government of Ghana and the Africa and Middle East Resources Investment Group, LLC, for the repowering and operation of the T3 power plant, and that issue was stood down by the Speaker because the House was not able to draw any conclusion. That is because the minority is actually questioning the agreement sum, which they think is too much. So I have with me here a member from the minority side, Honorable K.T. Hammond, who is one of the people who actually argued that contract sum is too much. And so, Honorable, good evening.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. You said the contract sum of about over $138,000 is too much.
Oh, $138.5 million, not $1,000 million. Yeah, sure.
You're saying it's too much.
Yes, I'm saying that it's too much based on the documents that I have. There's a background to T3. Sometime in about 2013, remember the MPP government under Kufuor was the government that initiated this project. Sometime in 2013, we learned that the NDC government said it had completed the program of the construction of this plant. But lo and behold, only a couple of months or so into its supposed operational period, I got information that the plant had actually broken down. It wasn't working at all. Canadian Commercial Corporation, which was the original company which took up the construction project, had come up with a proposal to rectify the anomaly. There was some discussion among the stakeholders as to what really had happened, whether it was the fault of fuel specification or engine, design in the equipment itself. They had agreed that one way or the other it will be resolved, but it will be resolved for a paltry sum of $7.8 million. This is right back to about 2015 when the argument went on and on and on and on. 2016, this company wrote another letter to the Ministry of Power telling them that we stand by, we are ready and we're remaining to stand by to go into action, but this is how much we're going to charge. Now, lo and behold, today, I think the day before yesterday, they bring out this document to Parliament, asking Parliament for approval for the sum of approximately 139 million for this same plant. And I'm asking the question why.
The majority has argued that it is not refurbishment. That is, it's a new, new setup.
That is
a new setup.
I understand. That's the hopelessness of the argument. The point is this, that as I talk to you, I have indication from VRA that the installed capacity of electricity in this country is 4,200 megawatts. Out of that, 3,300 megawatts is dependable, the one that you can always call upon. But critically, what we demand, and this is our peak demand, is about 2,200 megawatts. So all of that.
Saying that now, until they change or come back with another sum, you people are not going to consent to this.
When somebody is saying that I'm going to do it for 7.5 million, and you're saying that, well, I would want to do it for 138 or 39 million, it's cheating, it's stealing, it's thievery, it's criminal. So we are simply saying that we cannot go on with that. This is to a company called Ameri. We can't do it. But the point is that I don't think you have time. You seem to be rational, but your listeners will be very interested in listening to the reason why we raise. Well, sure, I can wrap up, but we're saying that this is a take or pay agreement. And what it means is that we're going to pay 138 million, give to those people. They will not have any gas because we, Ghana, would have to provide the gas. And the gas is fuel is gas. We don't have it. It will be sitting there. It won't produce any power for Ghana, but we'll pay them 139 million. Now, we think this is criminal. We will not accept it. So it has been sued down to 4th January when we come back.
All right. And so shooting that down till 4th January was a big issue for the majority, because the majority leader was actually expressing some fear that he wasn't too sure if the House was going to discuss that, because when they come back on the 4th, there will be other businesses to discuss, and he was not too sure whether the House was going to discuss that. But that was where they left it. The minority still stood by their word that they don't want that to be discussed, and so the Speaker directed that the House is adjourned till 4th January 2017, and that has been business today from the Parliament. And currently we have been trying to get someone from the majority side. We are still trying. As and when we get them, we would be updating viewers on their take on the final decision to still postpone the discussion till 4th January.
All right, thank you very much. My colleague Catherine Frimpong reported live from Parliament House. We understand the House has risen.